The Suplah.
Hello wrestling fans and welcome to another edition of The Suplah. I am Andy Kwan and with me as always is Sam Brooks.
Ladies and gentlemen, approaching the Suplah's microphone, it is none other than the little freak, Andrew Kwan.
I don't like this gimmick.
Wait, what? What? You don't like it?
No, I don't like it.
What do you mean you don't like it? You said you didn't like your Brock Lesnar gimmick that you've had for
because
like
a little
7
freak.
years.
I mean, what the fuck? I have no self-confidence as it is.
I change it, and then you're all of a sudden like, no, don't change it to that. Are you saying you want to go back to being Brock?
No, I don't want to be Brock.
You don't want to be Brock. You don't want to be whoever that guy was. That theme song. We don't know. No one really knows.
I don't want it.
You don't want that? Oh,
I don't
great.
want that.
Okay, well,
Change it
ladies
again.
and gentlemen, the search for the new gimmick continues. We're going to get it right one of these weeks. We're going to start the show, we're going to have your theme song play, and you're going to be like, yes, this is it, Barry. Even though my name's not Barry. As we've been over this.
Barry.
Anyway, stop wasting time. We have
Well,
news.
you're
We have
the
news
one
to
playing,
talk about.
You're the one playing thinking diddly diddly fiddly boo, diddly
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 fiddly boo.
diddly diddly fiddly dee.
Long John Biddly Bone.
Oh, why did you know I'm part Irish?
Are you really?
Adrenaline, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is gone from
Cody Rose? Who's Cody Rose?
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, yes.
What did I say?
Cody Rose. It's not Adam Rose. He's Cody Rose.
Cody
Not
and
Cody
Brandi.
Rose. He's Cody Rhodes.
Cody and Brandi Rhodes are gone from All Elite Wrestling. So, of course, they were integral.
They
do
were
it then.
certainly,
You do it
if
then.
nothing else, integral. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Do you want me to start by reading the fucking Tony Khan statement that he made on Twitter about all of this?
Go on then, why not?
Cody and Brandi Rhodes were integral to the launch of All Elite Wrestling. Cody's ability combined with his boldness, that's one word for it, and his passion for our industry, that's a couple of words for it, and his love for community outreach, yeah, sure, that's pretty legit to be fair, helped AEW deliver on our mission to give fans what they needed for fan too long. That's a typo. It should be for far too long.
Well done, Tones.
Something new, innovative, and lasting. That remains to be seen. Brandi helped shape the AEW story, for better or worse. And I appreciate how hard she fought for us both in the ring and out of the ring, competing in the women's division while advancing our efforts at inclusion and civic causes, including great partnerships with Culture City and the American Heart Association. I have immense respect and appreciation for Cody and Brandi, and I wish them nothing but the best as they move on from AEW. Thank you, Cody and Brandi. Sincerely, Tony Khan, CEO, President, General Manager, Head of Creative, Sous Chef, Mortician, answers the phone of All Elite Wrestling.
So, wow! So Cody Rhodes...
One of the founding fathers, Andrew.
Yeah, one of the founding fathers of AEW is gone from AEW. Yeah, it's been a bit weird if you've watched AEW television the past few weeks, because it's sort of just like, here I am, there I go, here I am, there I go. Like, it's been really weird.
Adrenaline in my soul. There he goes, it's Cody Rhodes.
But here's the thing, right? I feel like Cody's run outside of WWE has gone from, like, really good to really bad. And like let's take, I mean, okay, we can't just talk about AEW, but we probably should briefly touch on when he left WWE. He then went to, like, the Indies and Ring of Honor and New Japan.
He was one of the only men in history to compete at WrestleMania, Wrestle Kingdom, Slammiversary, a Ring of Honor show, all the big marquee shows of all these wrestling companies in the span of 1 year.
Yeah.
Final
Never-
battle, that was it. He fought AJ Styles, I think. Did he do that? No. Could he have done that? When did he leave? I'm forgetting the timeline of events as to when he left. Yeah, no, 2015, right? But yeah, 2015 was when he left WWE.
Yes.
Yes, so then he would have fought AJ Styles before AJ Styles went to the Rumble. Yes, that is what happened. Glad we're all on the same page.
There we go.
It's because AEW launched in 2019?
Yeah, so essentially when it launched...
Because I always, the narrative is that he left WWE and then AEW happened, but no, there was like 4 years in between there where he was in New Japan. And for better or for worse, I don't... a lot of this is going to be rooted in our opinions of Cody Rhodes as a performer. I don't know what your thoughts on him are.
See, I liked Cody, because you
past tense, you liked him.
It's weird. Like, I have a signed autograph of Cody Rhodes that was bought for me by Kim, but like, it's weird.
So you've never met him?
No, I never met the guy.
Right.
But like, the thing is, like, I remember the start of AEW was going really well because he had that match with Dustin. He was like the first TNT champion. He had like some decent feuds.
He had a good one with Brody.
Yeah, and everything was going well right about until the time he got that shit tattoo on his neck. The very moment he got that, whatever...
The mark of oxen. It was just the death of him for some reason.
Yeah, like, literally...
What was his feud after that? Was that the terrible Anthony Ogogo feud, or was there something before that?
I mean, it might have been, but there's certainly that. Like, that feud was awful... And there's
been a term coined by AEW audiences as the Codyverse or Cody Island in all of his storylines and feuds, and this includes Brandi as well. They've just been separate from the rest of Dynamite or Rampage, if they were even on Rampage at any point. They were just completely separate from the rest of AEW's product, and you could remove it from the show and it would have no bearing on anything. So
yeah, it's really weird.
I have a feeling that's due to Cody Rhodes' creative control, which has been a big speculatory point about why he's left in the first place.
Well, the other point I wanted to make was, I love how he went from being, I hate Triple H, I'm gonna smash up his throne with a sledgehammer, to basically becoming Triple H, and like Brandi being like, I hate Stephanie, and then she basically became Stephanie.
Is this open mic night, bitch?
Like, what? The other thing as well...
And that horrible segment with Dan Lambert and Paige Van Zandt as well.
Oh god.
You'd be hard-pressed to find me a segment involving Brandi that was good.
Yeah.
Like, just solidly good, you know?
I still don't understand what... I mean, it's not targeted at me, so why the fuck would I understand?
Well, that hasn't stopped you from saying anything before. So.
Well, yeah, this is true. AEW heels. I don't get it. And like,
isn't like Rhodes, Colossus of Rhodes? What's the name of their show? What was it called? A reality show.
All roads need to.
All roads lead to misery.
I don't know. And the thing is, like,
along the yellow brick roads. Roads to the top. Was that it?
I
know we're kidding. I know we're bantering, having a silly, goofy mood here, but I genuinely cannot remember what the name of their reality show is called.
That can't be good. And the other thing
Roads
as well
at the top, I think.
Well, that's he's had all these deals with TNT and TBS and stuff, and now he's going. It's really weird. And the other thing is as well is, I actually saw an interview today where he actually said, my favourite wrestler of all time is Triple H. And I'm like, well, no.
We have something in common, Cody.
No shit. Of course your favourite wrestler is Triple H, because you basically emulated him, even though you were like, I'm gonna take the piss. I'm like, right.
You've become everything you hate, Cody. You've become the cerebral assassin.
and the other thing, I think, I was thinking about this earlier today, hasn't Brandi and Cody, not recently, but recently had a child? Or they're like, pregnant?
I'm going to say yes.
So, I'm not going to, I mean, purely speculation, if
I mean,
WWE...
I don't think Brandy's pregnant right now, given that segment with Paige Van Zandt.
Ah, right, yes. So, but basically my point is that
Let's
money...
do some research, Andrew, like the journalists that we
well,
apparently are.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, if you can get a wad of cash off WWE more than you can get off AEW, I would probably go with the wad of cash. But that's just me, because I'm a bad person, so...
Well, you're not a bad person, you're just money hungry.
Well, the other thing is... I'm just going to quickly read...
They have a daughter born in June 2021.
Okay, so
Liberty.
Liberty.
No, okay, let's not laugh. Liberty Iris Runnels, named for Cody Rhodes' favorite video game, Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories.
You gotta be kidding me, you can't
That
name
was a joke.
Oh, okay.
It's a joke, Andrew.
I couldn't tell.
The meme is that he loves video games.
But this is
You know, apparently he thinks that Cyclops is, like, his favorite X-Men. But that explains Cody, like, in a nutshell. If you know anyone whose favorite X-Man is fucking Cyclops, stop being friends with them. Don't talk to them or acknowledge them anymore, alright? Because they clearly have shut up. They clearly have the worst possible taste. Out of all of the X-Men, Wolverine, Storm, Professor X, Beast, Quicksilver. I could name all of the ones, and they're all better than fucking Cyclops. Cody is the Cyclops of professional wrestling, alright? And there is a lot of reasons for this. This is partly my opinion now, okay? Mm-hmm. 3-Star General. Do you remember that nickname that he had a while back when he was in New Japan?
Nope.
I think Kenny Omega might have even coined that. The 3-Star General, Cody Rhodes. I mean, saying that he has had some great matches in AEW. Like with Brody, with Sammy.
His brother.
Yes. I don't think he's as good as his contemporaries. He's a solid, like... I don't want to label him with the mid-card thing, but, like... Can you honestly see Cody Rhodes as being like a world champion? I mean, I think Ring of Honor did give him the belt at one point, but we don't talk about that because it's Ring of Honor. But I'm talking like in major promotions, like Impact. Sure, he would be a fucking world champion if he walked in.
He was the NWA world champion though for like.
Yeah, but that doesn't count anymore. Like, no one gives a shit. Fucking Matt Cardona has it now. Like, really, who gives a shit? Who actually cares? Who had it before him? Probably Magnus on his 12th reign or whatever the fuck it is, right?
It probably was Magnus.
No one fucking cares. But my point being is that I genuinely don't see him in either WWE or AEW. Even AEW. I think he's outclassed in the main event scene.
Well, that's the other thing as well. Is like
completely.
I read a rumor that one of the reasons why he's left is because he wanted more dough. But he wanted more dough.
And you know who's going to pay out for that, Andrew?
Have some money, damn it! But
no chance. I won't take Cody.
But the thing is, as well, like he wanted allegedly, Cody wanted the same sort of money as Punk, and I'm like. CM Punk and Cody. Well, I mean, it's like
there's no conversation there.
Yeah, it's not the same. You mentioned Vince. Is that correct? You mentioned McMahon.
I did because you know where he's going.
So, at what at one point felt highly unlikely will apparently become a reality, as Cody Rhodes is reportedly returning to WWE after being a part of AEW since its 2019 launch. Sports Illustrated's Justin Barrasso reported the news Wednesday, which I don't know when this is going out, but saying that sources close to the situation have confirmed that his next destination will be back where his career started in WWE. No time frame has been given, but the report speculated that Cody Rhodes could begin filming vignettes at the Performance Center as soon as this weekend. Barrasso sources also said that Cody's wife Brandi is not expected to join him in WWE, and if that is the case, it is unknown where her in-ring career would continue if she wants to even pursue it.
Now, this is the thing with this, right? Cody and Brandi, assumedly, were both making bank with AEW getting paid, right?
I would imagine so, yes.
So, if you want more income, why are you leaving the company for only one of you to go to a new company, effectively halving your income?
Depends how much he's getting paid.
Do you really? Why would WWE?
I think literally
spend so much fucking money. I get it from like the standpoint of he was the prodigal son, right? He left and formed a new company that destroyed NXT in the ratings because of course it did, and they bring him back with money because it's business at the end of the day, right? But it's still Cody Rhodes. Like, it's still just fucking Cody Rhodes. You gave him the Stardust gimmick for years, and that was part of the reason, I think, why he left, wasn't it? It was just that he just had no creative control. He just wanted to be Cody Rhodes, but no, he had to be the cosmic pedophile or whatever the fuck he was called.
The cosmic
like
butt
Stardust. Yeah, whatever he was fucking called. Like, it was dumb. It was stupid. No one liked it. Like, I think we tried to like it, and I might have even lied to myself at the time, saying that I enjoyed it. But
here's the thing, though.
God damn, man.
Vince is.
I don't know.
I could see Vince being like, he's one of them from AEW. He's one of the founders. I'm going to pay him all the money in the world, and then just do nothing with them. I can see him doing that because that's what they do. They pay these people. They did that in the past, back in the day. They pay people.
They're doing it now with Ali. They're just paying them to be around because they see value. But clearly you don't, because if you did, he would be used on television.
Well, not only that, you don't want him in AEW. So if you could have him back in WWE...
But why? We've already said that all of his segments amounted to being in like a different universe whenever he was on TV.
Oh, WWE
he had like no bearing on the product, really, aside from the occasional great match.
Yeah, but WWE is its own universe, and he can live in it.
Regrettably so, yes. It's a massive fucking universe where Cody, honestly, probably won't fit in. And if he does fit in, it's going to be on the mat being pinned by Roman Reigns. Guarantee that's what's going to happen. As I've said, I don't see him. The champions now are fucking Bobby, soon to be Brock. Or no, Brock is... Who's the WWE champion? Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, Big Bubba.
Yes, I'm confused because Brock wins the Rumble and is in the chamber, and he's going to win that title. He's going to fight Roman, title versus title. It's Roman and Brock. Cody Rhodes. Saying those names back to back just made me laugh, right? Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar. Cody Rhodes. Even fucking in NXT, like, Braun Breaker is more of a fucking pedigree star than Cody Rhodes. Like, come on.
I don't know. I just feel like...
I just don't see what value he's going to bring to the product, if any. He says that, like, Barrasso reports that he's going to have fucking more creative control. But to what extent, though? Yeah, what does he want? What does Cody want to be? World champion, I'm assuming? If you're a wrestler, assumedly you want to be world champion, right?
I will presume, but I don't...
He's not getting that then, is he? I don't understand what he's moving for. Obviously money, we know this, but like from a fucking in-ring standpoint, in terms of creative control, God, I don't get it. I do not get it.
I feel like it's a money thing, and that's it, and fair enough.
Maybe he just wants to control his narrative.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Should we talk about this?
Yeah, let's get this over with.
So,
fucking hell.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll take the wheels on this because there is a lot of words here and I do not trust you. So, for a press release released today, Thursday, February 17th, when we're recording this.
Wonderful.
EC3, remember him? And former WWE mega star Adam Scherr, in parentheses, Braun Strowman.
Braun!
To launch a new wrestling company with a TV deal announcement imminent.
Great.
This is CYN. Control your narrative. This is an evolution. I mean, we're going to go into this like with a full press release, right? But this is basically what EC3 has been doing since he got cut from WWE like last year or the year before that.
To nothing.
He's been doing this thing where he's been releasing these vignettes and he's been showing up at like Ring of Honor and stuff, where he's basically been saying that he now controls his narrative. As to what exactly that means, no one is really sure, but from what I can gather, it's that he is not allowing himself to be booked like a jobber. I think that's the crux of it. Because for those who, if you cast your minds back to when EC3, the hottest prospect from TNA's Impact Wrestling in the last 10 years, went to WWE, he went to NXT, didn't really amount to much, moved up to the main roster, amounted to even less, did his entrance on Main Event, and you could tell he was really not there at all mentally, emotionally, economically, spiritually.
Trouble.
He's now starting a new company with Braun Strowman, the Titan, Adam Scherr, and the press release is as follows. Now that I have your attention, here's the truth. EC3. Get ready for this, right? Because I'm just going to read this word for word, right? The control your narrative concept has manifested itself from an idea to a movement to a live, touring, televised wrestling company.
No, everything he just said is bollocks.
Let me get through it.
Okay.
We, collectively as wrestlers, can no longer wait.
For what? What are you waiting for?
I'm going to try and not laugh, okay? Try not to laugh challenge. Control your narrative edition.
I'm going to just mock this.
We cannot wait on companies that answer only to shareholders. Companies where billionaires collect talent as toys. Companies that fire their entire roster for the mistakes their office made.
Fair enough.
Companies that are complacent in presentation.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
To create true change, you have to be bold. You have to bet on yourself. With CYN, talent bet on themselves. EC3.
This doesn't...
What has started as a self-produced concept focused on character development and wrestling through a cinematic lens, CYN content was created by EC3 and his partner, Jedediah Kozuski, in April of 2020. The world was changing and everyone felt fear and anxiety. The best therapy is to create, says Kozuki. I can't read your name. Fuck me, I'm so sorry. The talent that has reached out wanting to create with us has been humbling. It's an honor to help tell their story. One of these talents is the former #Braun Strowman, Adam Scherr.
This is making my cat go mental, by the way.
I was so impressed with what CYN was creating that I told EC3 and JC how much it inspired.
Who is JC?
Jeff.
My name is Jim.
Is that his name? I've read it out loud and I've forgotten what his name is. Jedediah. Yes. Jedediah
But his last name begins with a K, so who is JC?
Don't tell him that.
Who is this person you're referencing, you big feck?
He thinks it's correct. Let him be right.
No, he's not right. He's an idiot.
How I would like to create with them one day. The next day I was released. Things happen for a reason. This is what's next.
Well, did you do that in front of Nick Khan and Vince going, oh, I think I like this idea that EC3 has? It's like, oh yeah, you can go too.
I love that his last name is Scherr, and they put it there so it looks like it's Scherr.
Do you believe in big beef? Beef?
Great.
Beef.
All talent featured in CYN asked to be a part of the project.
Well,
Their first show, I believe, CYN Dallas, will see the debut of Killer Cross.
Oh, wonderful. Is he wearing the weird condom thing on his head again? Or
No, we're not done. If you want to control your narrative, all you have to do is knock.
Stop
EC3.
with these quotes! Why is he putting quotes? And he's quoting EC3 like himself in a press release. What is wrong with this guy? As someone who used to write press releases, it's starting to piss me off.
We're just hitting the gold mine with this next bit, buddy.
No, I can't.
At CYN, there is no corporate hierarchy.
Bollocks! You own it! You're the CEO, you twat!
There are no investors wanting to use the sport just to profit.
You
There
put
are no
money into it!
contracts. There are no contracts. I will say it again. There are no contracts.
Well then
Agendas.
this thing is bollocks then.
There is only passion to create.
No, you have nothing. It's a load of wank.
Last paragraph. Come on, man. Let's do this together, alright? Let's hold hands with
I
the
can't.
world
No.
and get through this, alright?
I can't.
This company will be bigger than one person. I promise my undying effort to create a platform for wrestlers to do what they love and freedom they crave. For fans to have an unforgettable live experience with an engaging TV presentation. CYN is my purpose. EC3.
No, this is not a thing.
So, have you ever heard of a pyramid scheme, Andrew? Have you ever heard of what the kids like to call multi-level marketing?
Have you heard of NFTs?
Have you heard of a reverse funnel scheme?
Have you heard of shit?
Have you heard of EC3?
Like, what in
Fuck
the
me.
fuck?
Alright, okay,
What
so the
fuck?
long and short of it is that Nutjob, EC3, and easily influenced Braun Strowman have come together to create a wrestling company that has no corporate structure, no contracts. It's just a bunch of right-wing spouting fucking wrestlers, including Killer Cross, the anti-COVID hero himself, circle jerking in a fucking parking lot in Dallas,
I don't
trying
know
to
if
think
that's that.
and convince themselves that they are better than any established wrestling company right now.
So they basically
What a load of shit.
they basically recreated. I don't even know what they've recreated. They've recreated Wrestling Society X. I don't fucking know. Like I don't even know what they've done.
It
Like,
literally
this
sounds like they're inviting you to their, this sounds like Fire Festival, right? This just sounds like
Yeah.
they're inviting you to their fucking weird offshore oil rig where
everybody.
you can book your own matches and everyone will be happy.
Yeah, everybody come to Andy's Backyard Wrestling, where it's totally legit.
They've announced 2 dates, Orlando in Florida and Dallas in Texas, which is a TV special where the aforementioned Killer Cross will be making his debut. Oh god, what fucking network is going to pick this up, first of all?
Dickhead
Destination America?
I don't know, because there's no...
Is Spike TV still a thing?
But what's very interesting is it sounds like they filmed all this stuff during the pandemic, because it sounds like they were like...
That aligns with their fucking perception, doesn't it?
Yeah, that this thing ain't
Because
real.
both EC3 and Braun have they use the Twitter machine to spout fucking right-wing propaganda from people like Ben Shapiro and shit like that, so they clearly have their heads so far up their own asses
Well,
that they don't realize how fucking pretentious and shit this sounds right from the get-go. I mean, I'm all for, new companies starting up. Granted, when AEW started, I didn't have as much faith in it as I probably should have, but saying that now, I had way more faith in them then than I do in this shit right now.
Well, that's the thing, because the AEW was being run by a person who has infinite money.
Well, even before Tony Khan got involved, it was
And-
the Elite, right?
and
Let's examine these two
contracts.
groups for a sec here, alright?
Okay, yes.
The Elite versus the Control Your Narrative circle jerk, right?
Okay, yes.
Kenny Omega,
Kenny.
the Young Bucks,
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes, Hangman Page, to name but a few.
Yep.
This was like the core group that went off and started AEW with All In, right?
Well, yeah, essentially, that's...
Compare that to EC3 and
Mega
Braun
Chode.
Strowman.
Bigger chode.
EC3, who has not been relevant in, like...
Ever!
8 years?
No,
No, to say he was never relevant is fucking stupid, Andy.
Well,
Come on.
it's not stupid, is it? I mean...
Ethan Carter III in TNA, remember that?
Yeah, for about 6 months.
Lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not...
He was relevant then.
Yeah, but...
Then he went to WWE and everyone was like, oh my god, what's he gonna do? Apparently nothing.
Which, again, that's not his fault.
Did he even win the 24/7 title?
I think my nan won.
Did he even do
title.
that?
I don't know.
I think you have.
Yeah, I
at
just
some
put
point.
that in the Wikipedia and no one will ever know.
107th reign, Andy Kwan.
Yeah.
Let's take a look if he's ever won 27 champions. Because even then, like, that's still a title. That's still a sanctioned title.
But the thing is...
He was seen, like, chasing people around at one point, so...
But the thing is, like, when the Elite did what they did, it was, like,
Oh, he has been.
groundbreaking and revolutionary.
He's been 24/7 champion, like, a couple times. 4 times.
Excellent. So is my cat.
So has... no one has, actually. That's all, he's been champion for less than a day. On all those times.
Wonderful. What a great use of EC3, then.
He held the title as long as Kane and Marshmallow. What? Hang on. Marshmallow? When was Marshmallow 24/7 champion? The DJ. What the fuck?
There's a Marshmallow DJ?
Yeah, he was 24/7 champion, apparently.
Why is there a Marshmallow DJ, Sam?
There's nothing on his... Oh, fuck this. Right, there's no point. We'd rather talk about a marshmallow than control your narrative.
Yep, this thing is shit.
That's where we're at.
So,
what the fuck?
there
I
we
can't
go.
wait for right-wing wrestling to fucking really take off.
Well, please don't say that.
They'll probably have signs saying, no masks allowed.
There'll probably be
Control
signs.
your narrative.
Control your COVID. Everyone lick each other.
Control your deathbed. Like, what the fuck?
Everyone licky doorknobs. There you go.
We have to put this out in the Suplah mythos, right? We have to preface that we think this thing is gonna fucking fold and fail and crash and burn to the ground, right? That's the general consensus here.
Yeah, I don't see the point in talking about it any longer.
No. What do you want to talk about then, you fucking prick? Sorry. Hey, Andy Kwan, you fucking prick. What's Buddy Matthews doing in the Elite Zone?
Well, guess what?
What?
The former Buddy Murphy in WWE, who was released last June, is now in AEW.
He's in is he in AEW? Oh my
Yes,
god, what the fuck? Buddy Matthews. I know him. I know Buddy Murphy. I've always been a fan of his.
Well, since you've been a fan, you'll be aware that since the release of Buddy Murphy, since the release of Buddy Murphy, the 33-year-old Australian has worked for a variety of US indies, in addition to New Japan against Okada, MLW against TJP, and this year's PWG Battle of Los Angeles tournament, where he faced Jonah, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Leo Rush, who is retired again. If the signing
you know how there's websites that are like, is it ChristmasYet.com?
Yes.
Where it just says no or yes at various points. There should be a website that's like, is Leo Rush currently retired?
And the answer
right now
is...
it's yes.
Oh, okay, fair enough. If
I
the
think.
signing... So the signing's obviously been a thing. So he joins Keith Lee, Danhausen, Mercedes Martinez, Kyle O'Reilly, Nick Wayne, who I believe is like a 19-year-old who is a wrestler.
He's like a
in
12-year-old that's like a really good wrestler, apparently.
And others who have signed with AEW in recent months.
I think this would be great. And there's rumours going around that he's going to be involved with Malachi Black and the House of Black. Which, you know, if you remember anything about Buddy Murphy in WWE, you would know that he had several great matches with Aleister Black.
Okay, fair enough.
Of course you remember this, don't you, Andrew?
Yes.
Do you actually
They were
know?
very good.
No, yeah, they were good. They were great. I'm very happy with this. I've seen him in the New Japans with Okada, and that was great. Like, he's fundamentally a great wrestler, right? I've always thought this, so this is great news. Maybe he'll be in the face of a Revolution ladder match, Andrew.
Ooh, maybe he will be. Ooh.
Why is he a ghost?
I'm Buddy Murphy. I mean, Buddy.
And
whatever.
I'm dead. I'd love that if he just came out in like a, maybe don't come out in a white sheet, but like,
Oh God.
that's hey, racism has ruined ghosts. That's what we're taking from that. But no, I'd love it if he was like an undead. Okay, maybe not. I don't know what I'm trying to say. If he were a ghost, that would be funny. He just comes out and he's like, ooh.
Speaking of things that have come to an end, WWE's 205 Live series has come to an end. The series...
205 Live has reportedly come to an end. In this week's news, 205 Live has ended.
The series, which originally designed to feature the Cruiserweight division, debuted...
Has now ended.
Shut up! In 2016, on the WWE Network on Tuesdays. Debuted on the WWE on Network, WWE Network on Tuesdays, before eventually being moved, shut up, damn it, being moved to Fridays. The decision was made official earlier, but it had been in the works for some time, so instead of 205 Live, WWE have now taped the first episode of NXT Level Up triggered prior to tonight's leveling up. It's a political... Anyway, so NXT Level Up. They take that...
Level Up? What are you talking about?
Level Up. It's a new show that is replaced 205 Live. Level Up.
Why are you saying it like that?
Level Up.
Level Up. Why?
Level Up.
Level Up.
Level Up.
Level Up.
Level Up.
Level Up, damn it! Evolve! Grind! Beat the boss!
We're told that the Level Up episode is slated to be 60 minutes long. WWE have not made an announcement about the end of the 205 Live series. At one point, it is intended to be turned into a touring brand, but those plans were scuttled after just one weekend of events. Oh. It is another example of a Triple H concept being wiped off the WWE board. Although the series has long morphed away from its original concept, WWE filed for a trademark on NXT Level Up series on the 9th of February.
Right, before we get into Level Up, right, or Level Up, as you're saying.
Level Up.
I want to hear your thoughts. Let's give eulogies. Let's give us our little passing sentiments and forgotten feelings and words about 205 Live, 2016 to 2022.
Here is 205 Live, born from a fairly good tournament, becoming a piece of shit remarkably quickly.
Oh no.
And it is now gone. Level Up.
You really? That's all?
That's
you have
it.
No personal fucking opinions other than it was good and then it was shit.
Yeah, well, that's basically its existence, because no one watched it.
Hey, I tried.
There you
I
go.
gave it a go.
If a tree falls down in a wood, Sam, and no one is around, does it level up?
Apparently so. So, okay, right, we maybe saw this coming when they fucking absorbed the Cruiserweight Championship into the NXT North American Championship. Because that is what happened. I know last week or the week before I said that the North American title maybe doesn't exist anymore. That is a lie. They just unified the Cruiserweight title into the North American title.
They leveled
and
them
have just
up.
kept that belt going. So... Here's the kicker though.
Okay, what's the
Level
kicker?
Up?
Yep.
NXT is the developmental brand, right?
This is correct.
So now you have what appears to be a developmental brand for the developmental brand? What is this show?
They basically just copied AEW Dark and AEW Dark Elevation.
Well, to be fair, I don't really know the difference between all those shows anyway.
I don't watch the product. I don't watch these shows.
Friday nights are about to reach a whole new level with the introduction of NXT Level Up, airing immediately after SmackDown on Peacock in the United States and WWE Network everywhere else. Catch some of the brightest young talent as they look to make a name for themselves and begin their climb to the top of NXT 2.0. So yeah, it's literally a developmental system for the developmental system.
I feel like this just exists.
What the fuck?
I feel like this thing just exists because they have contractual obligations overseas to put a show on a certain.
They
time
still
slot.
do main event, don't they?
Exactly. So I don't understand why this thing exists.
Level up. Why?
Level up.
Why are we leveling? What are we leveling up to? We're not even. This is like the first boss. Like, what's going on?
I ask myself the same thing about this country sometimes.
Is it like a gaming thing?
I don't know. It's just bollocks. It's another pointless slogan.
I just
Are we
don't
talking about the same
get
thing?
what the idea is. I mean, when's the first show? Friday. So tonight, I'm guessing. Or tomorrow night. I don't know what day it is. You don't know what day it is either. Don't lie.
Who am
I
I?
see you there, looking up what day it is now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shut up.
you calendar looking. What?
So with NXT,
Right.
we talked about it last week. It hit its lowest rating of like 400,000. It had its Vengeance Day special, which only got like 500,000 views.
Because
roughly.
no one cares.
No one cares. Why? If you are giving us like no incentive to watch the fucking NXT show,
Who's gonna watch
why
this
are
crap?
we gonna watch the Level Up show instead?
Yeah, like you've just replaced a pointless show with a pointless show.
It's NXT 2.0 and NXT also 2.0 again, another hour.
Level up.
What? Is NXT still 2 hours? Or is it 1 hour?
I don't know. I don't care.
I think it's still 2 hours.
Okay.
Might even be 1 hour. But this show is 1 hour at the very least. Like,
Why? It just hurts. There's no point to this. You just replaced a pointless show that no one watched with another pointless show with a pointless name and a pointless slogan and pointless everything. Just call it NXT Pointless. Just pointless. WWE Pointless.
welcome to NXT Pointless, where the matches are made up and nothing really matters.
It's pointless. Here goes
But the thing
pointless
is, though,
championship.
with the death of the cruiserweights again, like, I mean, that came before even 205 Live ended, when they took away all of the weight limits in kayfabe. So, cruiserweight wrestling is now just... It was a temporary fad, it was fun at the time. I remember
It was the
looking
style
forward
at the
to that inaugural tournament and being very enthused about the presentation style and everything, but... Man, they fucked it up by just not really caring after a certain point. You got that vibe as well.
Yeah, I mean...
I want to care about all the talented people, but when you don't care, the company, why should I?
The problem is the tournament didn't translate to a TV show.
It definitely didn't.
So,
like,
that's
even
where
the
it
Mae
went
Young Classic, they did that twice. And
but
have
this-
since never done it, but still, even they could have done a second cruiserweight tourney. Surely.
What a waste of time.
Do you remember when fucking Kota Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr. were competing in that fucking tournament?
That's what I'm saying. Like, they just nothing ever translated. It just it
The
was
final
pointless.
fucking semi-finals were, and I remember this, it was TJ Perkins, Grand Metalik, Kota Ibushi, Zack Sabre Jr., none of whom are around anymore. Out of that original tournament, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who is still there.
Yeah. What a waste
Because,
of time.
fucking hell, man, I'm sad about that. I'm confused about this NXT new shit. I don't understand why it's happening.
Waste of time. Everything's a
I
waste
hope they
of
prove
time.
me wrong. I hope they prove me wrong. I really do. But for now, doesn't look like they're gonna be.
Well, speaking of things that can't be proved wrong, apparently
What?
the scheduled Elimination Chamber match with Goldberg versus Roman Reigns is the final one on Billy Willie Goldberg's WWE current contract.
So, Elimination Chamber is this Saturday.
Yep, so Goldberg is not winning, the end. What a
And
waste
it's in
of
Saudi Arabia.
Great, pointless pay-per-view. Superb, I will not watch it.
There's a load of fucking matches on this shit. And normally we'd be like, let's do a fucking pre-show. Let's examine this shit.
I don't want to.
Couple reasons why we're not. First of all, it's a Saudi show.
Yeah, I'm not giving any...
It can go fuck itself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Second of all, the matches that are on here, like, the 2 Elimination Chambers, the Universal title match, Lynch vs. Lita, fucking the women's tag match with Charlotte and Sonya versus Ronda and Naomi, but Ronda has one arm tied behind her back. SmackDown tag title match. Drew versus Madcap Moss and Rey Mysterio versus The Miz.
I'm done. No.
I don't fucking care. It's so fucking obvious what's going to happen.
Yep.
I mean, granted, the Raw Women's fucking Elimination Chamber, that is for the opportunity to face Becky at WrestleMania, because surprise fucking surprise, she's going to beat Lita. Like, it's so fucking obvious. Roman's beating Billy Willie Goldberg.
Billy Willie.
Becky Lynch is beating Lita. Don't give a shit about the women's tag. Don't give a shit about the SmackDown tag. Don't give a shit about Drew versus Moss. Don't give a shit about Mysterio or Miz. Like, it's obvious Brock's winning the fucking chamber. Or if he isn't, then I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do at Mania. I don't care, man. I really don't.
I don't care. I couldn't give a fuck. I couldn't give a wank.
The only noteworthy thing about this Elimination Chamber match is that Alexa Bliss is inside it. A woman who hasn't wrestled since, like, September.
Is she no longer crazy?
She's been having therapy.
Wow.
And the doll still exists, I'm pretty sure.
No, please, no, God, no, please, no, God, no, please.
It's confirmed that Bianca Belair is entering last, and hey, there you fucking go, it's happening. We know that Charlotte and Ronda is a match that's happening, so Ronda's not facing Becky, so it's going to be Bianca versus Becky. Bianca's probably going to win, redeem herself after the SummerSlam squash.
Fair enough,
Oh,
that's what should
fuck
happen.
me, dude. I don't give a shit, man. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't care. This has probably been one of the worst.
And I want Goldberg to fuck off. Have we said this? I want him to go away. I don't care anymore. It was cool seeing him when he first came back, but now he's become a fucking walking Money in the Bank, where he can literally just walk up to someone and be like, "You're next!" And then he fights for the fucking title.
Well, speaking of old people that we wish would just fuck off and don't come back, Dave Meltzer is reporting that a match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kevin Owens is being discussed for this year's WrestleMania, which takes place on the 2nd and 3rd of April in Arlington, Texas, at the AT&T Stadium. This would be Stone Cold Steve Austin's first match since WrestleMania 19 in 2003, where he lost to The Rock. Austin retired from in-ring competition in 2003 due to neck injuries, originally stemming from a botched piledriver from Owen Hart at SummerSlam 1997. In recent years, he's made sporadic appearances in WWE and hosts a televised podcast called Steve Austin's Broken Skull Sessions that airs on Peacock. On last week's Raw, WWE officials Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce brought up the idea that Owens may not even be able to compete at this year's WrestleMania after losing his Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Owens brought up that he loved the state of Texas. And in this week's episode, a poll was shown indicating that 60% of fans thought he was lying. Ooh. Owens then confirmed he was lying. And then he proceeded to make disparaging comments about the state. Oh no! Fuck Texas! Oh shit bollocks!
Oh no, he insulted the state of Texas, so out comes the hero of Texas, Stone
Smash! Dun, 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 dun. He's just gonna stun Kevin Owens, that's it. He's not...
match.
No, God,
a full-on match.
No, God, please, Christ, no. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I do not want to see it. I do not want to watch a man get paralysed in the ring. Don't want to see it. Fuck that shit. I ain't doing that. You've landed on your fucking head once, Steve. Don't fucking do it again.
I mean, the stunner's pretty good, but I don't think it's going to break Kevin Owens' neck, Andy.
No, I meant Austin. I can't.
You think he'll break his own neck doing the stunner?
How old is Stone Cold Steve Austin? Okay, Google.
He's 32.
How old is Stone Cold Steve Austin?
He's 45.
Stone Cold Steve Austin is 57 years old.
He's 50 fucking 7.
No.
He's going to die.
Remember last week when we said the fucking Barack was old and he's like 50? Oh my god.
If Stone Cold takes a bump, I am not being funny, he will break, he will smash, he will glass shatter all over the place. Like, no.
That's how Kevin Owens wins. He just pushes him over and then it's... And he's gone.
Oh,
He's like
gone.
Voldemort at the end of Harry Potter. He just dissolves into cornflakes.
Kevin Owens is dead. What? What?
Stone Cold Voldemort.
Might be Harry Potter.
What?
I just imagine Voldemort. He's like really buff and he has a vest on. It just says Riddle 316.
You've got to edit this and put this into YouTube. You have
Oh,
to.
fuck you. Make me do shit. Oh, no.
Look.
No. Steve.
Steve.
I don't want him to wrestle. We've seen it. Nothing will top his run. He's gonna come back and he's gonna look like shit.
Yeah.
He's gonna wish he'd never done it.
Yeah.
So don't do it.
Well,
It goes one of two
Steve,
ways.
For a 57-year-old, he might be in good shape. But my point is,
For a 57-year-old, though.
but my point is, every time these old wankers come back, it
Wait.
ruins their legacy. The Rock. I said it.
Hang on,
I said
Andy.
it.
As I was about to say, there's two ways it can go. It can go the way of Undertaker, where he just regrets doing everything, or it can go the way of Edge. Edge is like the one good example.
Edge is in his
And maybe
40s.
Christian.
He's not nearly in his 60s.
Well, he's nearly in his 50s.
Austin is closer to 60.
We're closer to Cleopatra than the pyramids. I don't know. Like, what do you?
It's just a stupid idea.
Stupid idea.
I mean, you can have Austin come out and stun Owens, fair enough, but not a full-blown match, for Christ's sake.
I expect a technical wrestling classic. I expect
How?
Kevin Owens to package pile drive Stone Cold Steve and Austin onto the ring apron.
No, I expect Kevin
I expect
Owens
Steve to go through at least 4 tables all at the same time.
on fire.
I expect Kevin Owens to jump off of something onto Steve.
I
It'd be like
mean,
wrestling your granddad.
that's what it is. It's going to be like Kevin Owens wrestling his granddad. I mean, it's going to be sad. It's like, what? I'm
Also,
old,
I
what?
love the idea that, like, the way they're building this is that Kevin Owens is insulting Texas, so the Texas defense line of Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out. Who better than a 57-year-old man who broke his neck like 20 years ago? That's what you've got defending Texas.
That's what
The honor of Texas.
That's what I love about Texas. Like, it's just a stupid bout.
Ryback should come back and face Kevin Owens.
No, please. I'd rather have Steve Austin. I take it all
Oh,
back.
hey, you changed your tune pretty quickly.
Anything but Ryback.
No, he's really hungry.
I don't give a fuck.
He's feeding time, Kevin
Oh.
Owens.
Should I order McDonald's?
Remember the pie in your face? That was me, says Ryback. I'm gonna eat you.
Imagine if that was Steve Austin.
Imagine if it was Ryback versus Steve Austin.
Oh god, Ryback would kill him.
Yes.
Like,
he
I
would.
don't want to see Steve Austin in a ring. I'm sorry.
The
He
end
can
of
be-
Stone
he-
Cold was
can-
at WrestleMania 19, where he put over The Rock, and nothing happened after that.
What a waste of time that was. So he puts The Rock over, who then fucks off the following event to put over Goldberg, who amounted to nothing in that first run. Sorry, it was shit. And then...
No, but Andy, you're forgetting. It's about drive, and it's about power. Because if you stay hungry, you'll devour.
Right back. I don't want to see
God.
it. Austin, the more likely scenario, right, is Austin's going to be a referee for a match or something, and he's going to stun Kevin Owens. The end. Fine. Everyone in Texas has a fucking Texas-sized fucking...
Yay, we've
Rock
saved
on.
Texas from the evil Kevin Owens.
You know what could have saved us at the Alamo? Steve Austin. We weren't alive at the time. Bollocks. We should have done that.
You know who doesn't have beans in his chili? Fucking Stone Cold.
You know who could have like helped Texas, succeed from the Union? Steve Austin.
Yeah, really, the timeless hero.
That's what I love about Austin. So no, I just no. I don't want to see
Austin,
it.
Texas. Steve Austin, Texas.
Oh, they named it after him, didn't they? That's it.
They did, yes,
They
Andy.
did. Oh, that's the
Before that,
reason.
it was called something irrelevant, but we don't know.
It's just called Texas.
Yeah.
We are insulting a state that is bigger than our entire country.
Oh, fuck them. They can't come here. It'll take them 500 years to walk here.
But I would walk on water.
I mean, they probably roll down all the hills, but...
I would stand 500. Oh, and I don't know, I've gone mental. Should we end the show?
Yeah, after making an enemy out of the entirety of Texas, I think that's a good point to end it.
Fair dues. So, if you like this show...
No. We've learnt this. You can't do the ending plugs for shit, alright? So, you're being retired from that role.
No!
You're being kicked out of the office.
I'm not, I'm still in the office.
It's now my time to
Steve
shine.
Carell, I'm still there.
So if you want to contact us on social media with your thoughts and feelings about this week's news roundup, you can do it in the YouTube comments section. You can
Yes, you
find
can.
us on Twitter, and you can find us on Facebook. Search for Suplah, and you will find us. And if you want some merchandise, some fresh new t-shirts, you can go to redbubble.com/people/vsuplah, and you will find us there.
Yeah.
And if you want to get some gaming videos into your eyeballs, you know where to go. Suplah Gaming on YouTube. No custom URL, we're not good enough for that. So you have to just search for it like a fucking plebeian, and then you'll find it that way. And we're boycotting the Saudi show because this weekend we have Suplah Brawl, a bit of mayhem.
Oh.
Coming straight into your eyeballs. Andy, you are in a triple threat against Carmine Antonelli and Dragon. What do you have to say?
I'm gonna fuck him up.
You... Okay, very good,
Thank you.
buddy. And we will see you
nice.
on the next episode of the Suplah.
Goodbye.
See, that's how you should do it, dickhead.
Well, I do it like that.
No, you don't. You go, and if you search and then find, you'll find us. Are we on Instagram? No. Oh.
No, I can do it. So if you go to redbubble.com...
No, we're done. Stop. It's done. End it. Level up.
Very good, very nice.